Hey everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a really nice day, and I have to admit that sun shining brightly down on us is really giving me energy and hope for the day. So I hope that you guys get a chance to get outside and get some sun and fresh air. I'm definitely going to try to do that when I get done here in my office today, and Memphis and Mona are going to just run around and bask in the sun like I am. All right, so I guess this week is going to be a little bit of a classic read aloud week because I have been choosing books that are classics. And so today, the story that I'm going to actually read is more of a fairy tale or a fable. So it's a story that has been told for a long time. And the author who wrote our particular book today is definitely not the original creator of this story, but it just happens to be his version. So the book we're going to read today is called The Three Bears, and it's written by Paul Galdone. So that's today's version of The Three Bears. Have you guys heard this story before? Such a good one. Once upon a time, there were three bears who lived together in a house of their own in the woods. One of them was a little wee bear, one was a middle sized bear, and the other was a great big bear. They each had a bowl for their porridge. The little wee bear had a little wee bowl. The middle sized bear had a middle sized bowl. And the great big bear had a great big bowl. They each had a chair to sit in. The little wee bear had a little wee chair. The middle sized bear had a middle sized chair. And I bet you guys can guess. The great big bear had a great big chair. They each had a bed to sleep in. The little wee bear had a little wee bed. The middle sized bear had a middle sized bed. And the great big bear had a great big bed. One morning, the three bears made porridge for breakfast and poured it into their bowls. But it was too hot to eat, so they decided to go for a walk in the woods until it cooled. While the three bears were walking, a little girl named Goldilocks came to their house. First, she looked in the window. Then she peeked through the keyhole. Of course, there was nobody inside. Goldilocks turned the handle of the door. The door was not locked because the three bears were trusting bears. They did no one any harm and never thought anyone would harm them. So Goldilocks opened the door and went right in. There was the porridge on the table, and it smelled very, very good. Goldilocks didn't stop to think whose porridge it was. She went straight to it. Would you guys do that? I know I wouldn't. The first porridge she tasted was of the great big bear, but it was too hot. Then she tasted the porridge of the middle sized bear, but it was too cold. Then she tasted the porridge of the little wee bear. It was neither hot nor too cold, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she ate it all up. Then Goldilocks went into the parlor to see what else she could find. There were three chairs. First, she sat down in the great big bear's chair, but it was too hard. Then she sat down in the middle-sized bear chair, but it was too soft. Then she sat down in the chair of the little wee bear. It was neither too hard nor too soft, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she rocked and rocked until the bottom of the chair fell out. Down she went, plump onto the floor. Goldilocks went into the bedroom where the three bears slept. Can you guys predict what bed she's going to like? I think I can. First, she lay down upon the bed of the great big bear, but it was too high at the head for her. Then she lay down upon the bed of the middle-sized bear, but it was too high at the foot of the bed for her. Then she lay down upon the bed of the little wee bear, and it was neither too high at the head nor too high at the foot, but just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she covered herself up and fell fast asleep. By this time, the three bears thought their porridge would be cool enough to eat, so they came home for breakfast. Goldilocks had left the spoon of the great big bear's in his porridge bowl. He noticed it first thing. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had left the spoon of the middle-sized bear in her porridge bowl, too. "Somebody has been tasting my porridge," she said in her middle-sized voice. Then the wee little bear looked at his bowl. "Somebody has been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up," cried the little bear in his little wee voice. The three bears went into the parlor. Goldilocks had left the cushion crooked in the chair of the great big bear. He noticed first thing. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had squashed down the cushion in the chair of the middle-sized bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. And then the little wee bear looked at his chair. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair and has sat right through it," cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. The three bears went into the bedroom. Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of the great big bear out of place, and he noticed it first thing. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the great big bear in his great big voice. Goldilocks had pulled the blanket of the middle-sized bear out of place. "Somebody has been lying in my bed," said the middle-sized bear in her middle-sized voice. Then the little wee bear looked at his bed. "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and here she is," cried the little wee bear in his little wee voice. This woke Goldilocks up at once. There were the three bears all staring at her. Goldilocks was so frightened that she tumbled out of bed and ran to the open window, and out she jumped. And she ran away as fast as she could, never looking behind her. No one knows what happened to Goldilocks after that. And as for the three bears, they never even saw her again. What did you guys think? Have you heard that story before? The big bear, too big, too hot, too hard, And then you've got the middle-sized bear. She's like the mama bear. Her stuff is too cold, too comfy, too squishy. And then you've got baby bear. And those things were just right for Goldilocks. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. Until next time. Thanks for watching.